Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table with me, John, on this Friday, the 28th of April. Now, you know, Fridays for us are a little bit of a review day. We like to show you what we kind of talked about this week, what the currency table showed us for the week, and how the currency pairs performed. And we're going to start off with pound Aussie. Now, we told our members and members watching, we showed you earlier this week that pound Aussie was one to watch, and exactly when it was one to watch was on the 24th of April. We can see that price has rallied to the upside here, and we're actually talked about the potential for price to head towards this one spot 91.50 overall. But if we come down into the conditions here, one of our main targets were the 1 spot 88 handle. This was the chart that we featured. We talked about the 1 spot 87 targets as well. After price broke through this minor consolidation here and this minor range, we talked about the potential to go long in a couple of different ways. One was being a retest of the 1 spot 85.50 handle, and another was a break of the 1 spot 87. So let's go into that 4-hour time frame, because we can see here how the market has expanded higher ever since breaking through these key areas of structure. Now, one of the things we noted as well was that price was working within a bullish channel. Price has now traded outside of that bullish channel, as well as breaking through that 1 spot 88 and using it as support. So definitely we think the higher time frame target is the one to sort of keep our focus and our attention on. But what we talked about in the week was, like I said, that break above the 1 spot 85.50. We were talking at the time when this started to pull back. I actually had a limit order set at 1 spot 85.50. Unfortunately for me, price didn't come back and retest that for the long. However, if you were watching around about the 1 spot 87 for the break and retest, you could have had a look at an opportunity within there. So let's just say you did just buy in line with the tables after we spoke about it. That was the 1 spot 86 area there. It'd be around about 320 pips to the upside. Now I'm just going to bring in a calculator, and what I'm going to do is just leave it on the side. I just want to gather up how many pips we could have potentially had this week using the tables. Now, obviously, I'm not going to count the one here, but if you did take the break and retest of the 1 spot 87 instead, you'd be up around about 240 pips to the upside. So nice little breakaway there move. I think that we are going to be heading towards the next key level of resistance, which is that 1 spot 91.50. And if pound Aussie remains on the tables here going into next week, we could even look for some pullback opportunities for some longs going into next week as well. Another currency pair that we featured was pound yen, and we actually spoke about this last week. So if I actually go into the pound yen article here, you can see we talked about pound yen weakness driving price higher. This was on Wednesday the 19th of April, and we actually spoke about the potential for price to head up to the trade through the key highs of 165.75, and it's heading to the 169 resistance. So we were looking for opportunities to trade to the 169 resistance. One of those things that we talked about was the break and retest in and around that 167 or 166 handle. I've refined it down to 166, but at the time we were talking about 167, and price has now hit those full targets. So what we specifically discussed on the 4-hour time frame was the fact that price was approaching previous highs. Now, what we talked about was when price approaches previous highs, we can often see a rejection of those. And what buyers should be looking for is a pullback into and in and around this area for a continuation to the upside. So let's say price did that pullback and you got long around these previous lows. This is my sort of favorite way to trade the tables. I like to look for price to come back to lows before getting involved with the market. So if you took that move there, that would have been 296 pips to the upside. So I'm going to add 296 to our score, and then I'll reveal how many pips you could have made towards the end using this strategy. Now, another market that we were really heavily focused on going into this week and a little bit of last week as well actually was Euro Aussie, and we're looking to target this 1.68 level. Now when we did talk about this, we looked at the it was around about the 21st of April. I've got this week's sort of blog post here where we talked about Euro Aus traders targeting the 1.68. This was on Tuesday the 25th, which was just through here when price was kind of breaking its way higher. Now in this specific video we actually spoke about price coming back down here for a long opportunity. However, on the 21st we actually spoke about getting long around about this break of the 1.64. So if you did get long in here and you're still in this position, you're up around about 283 pips at the moment, because price hasn't quite hit the 1.68 handle. However, in this updated video, one of the things we did also talk about was a sort of a breakout on a lower time frame of this trend line resistance. So if you were also in a long here at the moment, you're around about 40 pips up with the potential to head towards that 1.68 handle resistance. So really good opportunities this week that we pointed out, all using the tables. This is how we get our information. This is how we make decisions in the Forex market. And it looks like we're going to see a continuation of some of the pairs that we've spoke about this week into those key levels of resistance. So I still think price could head to 1.68 there. Let me just get rid of that one there. That 1.68 handle is definitely something that we should consider for Euro Aussie. But the real big one has been Pound Oz, breaking out of that structure, heading higher. That's kind of caused us to gain the most pips. So this would be the total pips if you just followed those three currency pairs for the past week or so, or even into a little bit of last week with pound yen, you'd be up 899 pips to the upside. So hopefully you can see this week how the tables could have helped you gain these pips, also give you confidence to hold the position. If you haven't watched the Euro Aussie video yet, I really suggest you go and have a little look at that. The Euro Aussie video, we do discuss how you could have got the pre-signal, the confirmed signal, and how you could have followed through to continue to hold the position. So definitely I think you should go check that video out as well. But I hope you had a great trading week. We certainly have, and I will speak to you in the next video.